you over-enthusiastic people on this side and no one on this side?
Yeah.
It's very reassuring. I mean, I love coming out to the sound, on this side of a deafening meh. My name is Geoff, though. It is good to meet you. I mean, this is Geoff, Geoff. Yeah, I know, it's kind of like saying the name Bond, James Bond, but way lamer. You know what I mean, right? I mean, when you hear Bond, James Bond, this guy's nodding, he's like, that is definitely a manly man. When people hear Geoff spelled Geoff, all I get is Geoff? Is it Geoff? Thanks, Mom. Destroyed my dating potential by age 0. I thought people would get it though, when I moved here, right? I got up to airport immigration, said the age of my passport, he took my passport and he looked at it and he looked at me. He looked at my passport again and he looked at me. And he slid it back and he only said one thing. Welcome to the country, Geoff. He knew it wasn't Geoff too, He didn't even try to hide it. He was so brazen to lean over to his buddy like, hey, watch how I say this guy's name. Bet you he's gonna hate it. If that doesn't help that I keep telling everybody this though, because after I do a show, all I get to hear for the next week is, hey, Geoff! Like I'm just surrounded by comedians now. Spelling and accents, right? They can confuse things from time to time. Like I'll never forget the day that I asked a dry cleaner in London to help me get this white, sticky, long rubber cum off my jeans. It's not what I actually asked, man. Don't worry. But it's definitely what he heard. And all I had done, I sat on a park bench and got this white line and chewing gum on the back of my leg. But apparently, in his mind, I was not only sexually active, but to get it down there, I am also quite flexible. I am not going to demonstrate that for you now. This actually really did happen, by the way. I didn't know what was going on, so when I got to the shop the next day to pick him up, everybody was looking at me funny. People peering out of the back room like, hey, that's the cum jeans guy. I didn't know what was going on, so I got my pants back and checked the tag on the back of my leg, and there I saw it. Cum! Written in all uppercase, and double underlined. Underneath that, the store owner's phone number and a little winky face. I like the laughter, and I think there's something we should talk about now, New Zealand. It's that, do you ever think about how the way we talk about comedy might just be a little bit extreme? I mean, I don't know about you, but the way I hear things is like, oh man, that show last night, that just murdered. Or, oh, that comic just slayed. And oh, that guy, he bombed. But I'm still wondering why we use violent acts of aggression as a basis of measurement for how funny we've been. Was that like a reporter who came on TV one day, like, oh, this just in, comic tells rapid fire jokes, kills audience. Automatic punchlines now banned by the Prime Minister. And now this, comic tries to make light of a bad situation, falls flat. He says I'm dying up here. Comedy strikes again. Breaking news! Man continues bit despite audience getting tired of it by now. Speaking of murder, anybody else feeling awkward up here near the front? Like some of the comics just start talking to you and you alone. And you slouch down in your chair and you start to think, is he looking at me? Why is he only looking at me? There's like so many other tables he could possibly be talking to right now. Why isn't he blinking? He just keeps staring. It's getting pretty weird. Yeah, that'd be awkward for everybody, right? But, speaking of awkward, as is all of this that you can see, I told somebody recently that they look like an actor they've never heard of. What a riveting conversation that was. you've never been in that situation, here's pretty much how it goes. Hey, you look like that actor you've never heard of. Oh yeah? Well, that's it, right? There's nothing else to say. But at least, if somebody tells you like an actor you've never heard of, you can look it up later. You've got something to compare. Whereas I had someone come up to me and said, hey, you remind me of my friend Mark. I didn't know what to say either. No, I don't. And right away. Much like I'm about to do right now, thank you very much. That has been my time. My name is Geoff, not Geoff. Tell your friends.